Well, I was really loving that Trifork. Trifork? Yes. Maybe the next time I should try Fork. Anyway. I should probably also mention, I don't know everything that the Synchronity DLC adds. I don't even know half of the things it adds. It's also a little harder, because one of the mods I do have retextures a lot of the weapons and other equips. So I'm kind of feeling things out as I go. Apple, chainmail, a shovel. I am tempted. Let's see how much money I get. Best case scenario, I can come back for the chainmail. Oh. Battle shovel. Dig a tile, and your next action has increased attack power. And to credit, sometimes it is a tactically sound decision to dig a tile as opposed to taking a movement. Because again, you only lose your combo multiplier if you take an action that accomplishes nothing. And taking a big risk, picking up a blood weapon. Blood weapons will heal you if you kill a certain number of enemies while using them. However, don't expect that heal to be amazing. Ah, fuck! In addition to that, when you're at low HP, if you're on 1 HP, it gets increased damage. You know, to help encourage you actually killing. I kinda love blood weapons. They are super useful for survivability. Oh, fuck me. I don't, however, like the blood shovel. Gek. I did say fuck me, but at the same right. Pants. Keep. Don't make me break out the whip. Actually, I really shouldn't have said that. Game, I'm already hammy enough as it is. You don't need to give me a literal hawk. No, wait! Get, don't leave! The world is a cruel and unforgiving place. You'll never know what you're gonna do next! Why does that look like a secret in the ground? Okay. Now I know. Because it kind of is. And also isn't. The whip is a functionally strange weapon. When using it, your attack pattern becomes an L. You can attack one tile in front of you, but also 2 tiles in every other direction past that. Using the whip and using it effectively means fundamentally changing how you consider the angles in which you attack. It is not a beginner's weapon. But if you can get it to work, it is scary what you could do with it. It's possible to even attack around corners. Case in point. That bat didn't know it hit it. Transmogrify an item. Frack. I'll come back to that. If I can find a good weapon, I'd like to try and mute it. Act! Let go of me, monkey! I hate monkeys! Frick! No! I should have used my ham! Why did I use... Some days I wonder whether what's in my head is 120 IQ or just a literal meat stick. I swear. But that's the charm of Necrodancer. It turns even the smartest of individuals into a simpering idiot. Simply because, sure, it's a Sheer and the Wanderer-like dungeon crawler. But you are on a conveyor belt. The entire way. So suddenly, every single decision that you need to make becomes that much harder, because not only do you need to make a decision, and then constantly think about the next 3 decisions past that, you also need to do it on a very strict time limit. Ow. Stupid bat. Already? Purchase a random item. Oh, hell yeah! Oh, hell no! Actually, the mace is pretty good. The mace allows you to attack in a C, essentially. All the way around you. It's penetrating, allowing you to hit all targets within that C, and any target you don't kill, you push back. I am trying to behave! But the game wants to bend me over. Repeatedly. Fuck! Why did I wasn't watching my spacing. That's my fault. I really wasn't watching my spacing. Ugh. I gotta remember at some point, one-tile gaps are a death sentence. Never advance on an enemy that is precisely one tile away. Because how these types of games work, these Sheer the Wanderer type dungeon crawlers, your move gets priority over the opponent's move. In other words, in the situation I just outlined, you move into the tile that the enemy is going to be moving into, and the enemy gets a free attack. It's the worst situation to be in. Speaking of the worst situation to be in, can I get a piece of meat from this barrel? Fuck you, game. Sure. The Rod. A weird weapon. Functionally, it acts like a dagger, but with an upgrade. That upgrade allowing you to attack all enemies in a orthogonal line from the direction in which you attack. Perfect. One, done. Heals each stage. Yeah. Why did I think that was a good idea? Across the board, my ideal setup with Necrodancer is to try and get a weapon with a good amount of range. Because, as you might have noticed, I'm a klutz. I am very prone to fumbling my spacing. So, in other words, I always need a weapon that helps me account for my spacing. Because the dagger sucks. I'm just gonna come out swinging and say it. The dagger is the worst weapon in this game. And it's intentionally so. It only lets you attack in a single tile's range. It's throwable, but just because it's throwable doesn't mean it can save you from many situations. If anything, specifically because it's throwable, it's likely to screw you over. Increased damage on consecutive hits? I kind of want to try that, but no. I'd rather try it on a weapon that isn't a fucking dagger. Yes, yes, make your lewd jokes now. Is that a dagger in your pocket, or are you happy to see me? The answer is yes. Hey! If I wasn't gonna make the joke, then someone would've. Just saying, I know my audience. You would always, Gek. Done. Ooh, apple. Although, by the sound of it, we're running out of time. If you had more points, you'd throw everything at me. Fair. Is that because I'm right, or because you're desperate to prove me wrong? 2, 1, boom! This one's gonna be a risk. The axe. Think of it like a broadsword, only crossed with a rapier. Again, it can be a very effective weapon, but it requires you intentionally moving into an enemy's line of fire. So in some cases, it might just not be ideal. What's in here? I have yet to see. Okay, modifiers. Hell no. Well, this is awkward. Huh. And I still need to get my kills up again. Get mystery weapon. That was a bad mistake. I actually kind of like the mystery weapon shrine. It does what you think. It gives you a mystery weapon. The mystery weapon can be literally anything and changes every single floor. One floor you might get lucky. You get say, a hammer. The next floor, you get a piddly dagger. Floor after that, you get a rapier. And you'll never know what it is until you start attacking with it, or try to attack with it. I guess this is the point in the game where I mention that movement and attack are one and the same. This game operates only on 4 buttons, believe it or not. Up, down, left, right. If an enemy is within the range of your weapon, you'll attack instead of moving. Otherwise, it's just movement. There are some exceptions, some of which are weapon-based, some of which are equipment-based. But across the board, the rules usually remain the same. Crap. What weapon? Is it what things are in the shop again? Ah, 500. Yeah, I won't be able to get nearly enough money for that. So, I guess I'm just gonna have to move on. Every single floor is, in fact, timed. It doesn't feel like it, but there is indeed a time/step limit. Gain items, still lose health? Hell no. When the notes at the bottom of the screen start to turn red, then you're running low on time. If you're unable to escape the floor... Fuck! If you're unable to escape the floor before time runs out, then you will be pushed to the next floor, and usually given a disadvantage. The disadvantage can range from fairly hefty to almost nothing. Because the disadvantage is that you're forced to fight a series of monsters before you're allowed to leave that room. If you're lucky, maybe you've been preparing for this your entire run. Effectively meaning you've nothing to worry about. Not always. Okay, so we got Titanium Whip, some Beats by Dre. If I can, I might go for the chest and the whip. There we go. At least for the moment, I think I can kind of manage. With this piece of shit axe. Purchase a random item. Let's see if I can get the whip and then come back. No, I wouldn't be able to. At this point, I just want to get rid of my axe, because this thing is more trouble than it's worth for me. I might not be able to make it, though. So pretty much, it's just going to be, I get this whip, 3, 2, 1. And penalty. So far, nothing. But that's mostly because the first few floors are meant to be the tutorial. After we get out of these floors, there will be a penalty for not making it to the end on time. Hesitated. So far, so good. Moved! And this is this is why the whip can screw you over if you're trying to move out of the way. Specifically because, again, you attack in an L pattern, and if there's an enemy within that L pattern, guess what you get to do? Die. Holy bats! Is this a Bruce? Is this a family Wayne gathering? Because, you know, it's a bat cave. That was terrible. I'm gonna make sure to kill myself with this shovel of courage. Actually, no, that's dig invulnerability. That's worth it. To credit, I often mix up the Shovel of Courage with the Blood Shovel. It doesn't help that they look fairly similar. Blood Shovel makes it so that you can dig any hole in the wall. However, for every level above 1 that the wall is, you sacrifice health. Meanwhile, the Shovel of Courage lets us dig into a wall and then immediately move into the space that the wall was in. Any bravery item lets you do that. And when you advance, you also become invincible. Thought there was a wall there. Perfect. So let's push this over and get ourselves a 2-for-1 special. With luck, this won't be an enemy. Perfect! Give us some jewels. You can't pay me to take that axe. That's going to be more trouble than it's worth. Can't pay me to take any of those, really. I mean, quartz armor is really good. But it can also screw you over if you're not careful. Because again, when it says reduce all damage to 1, they mean 1 heart, if I remember correctly. Which is more like taking 2 damage from every source. dead. Showing off throwing. That's 300? Damn, I can't afford that. I can't tell if that's crossbow or a loot. Also can't break that. Oh, this is bad. Shit! I hit the wrong button. I could have managed that, because that broadsword would have helped a lot. There are a lot of different modifiers that you can get on weapons, and Obsidian is among the most powerful. An Obsidian weapon deals damage based on your rhythm multiplier. If you're like me and constantly moving to the beat, then that means your multiplier is probably always going to be 3. That means, until you skip a beat, you're dealing 3 damage. Of course, when your rhythm finally does drop, you're dropping all the way down to piddly territory. But in many cases, having an Obsidian weapon and just managing your beats can be disgustingly powerful. And Rat Familiar. Some of the items you may pick up in this game include pills that create familiars. Each of these familiars have their own dedicated effects, ranging from, in this case, rats, being it creates a familiar that deals 1 damage to any enemies within the tile that the familiar occupies. When you use a pill, your next movement will place the familiar, so pick carefully. You cannot change the position of these familiars. Wow, that was, I'll take that. Because, at least with this, I can do something somewhat disgusting. There we go. Get me out of here. Now please, give me a weapon that isn't a dagger. Better. I'll wait. Shit! I shouldn't have waited!